updates in the ongoing WNBA-CBA negotiations, and there is a brand new wrinkle to the storyline as it's been reported that there is a Saudi-backed basketball league that will be kicking off next season, and this could truly change everything.
Hey, is this enough to entice Caitlin Clark? $20 million deal, 30, 40, $50 million deals.
Saudi money is coming for basketball, and the WNBA has no idea what's about to hit them. A brand new Saudi-funded league is about to launch, and the timing could not be worse. The WNBA is stuck in messy CBA talks, Cathy Engelbert is scrambling, and Adam Silver suddenly looks more like a babysitter than a commissioner. Meanwhile, the league's main attraction, Caitlin Clark, just had her 2025 season shut down after a run of injuries: left quad, right groin, then a bone bruise in the left ankle, and fans are losing trust in everyone in charge. The one player who kept arenas full is out, and leadership's best answer was silence until the pressure got too loud. The project is called Project B, think the LIV Golf of hoops. We're talking deep funding, global events, private jets, and contracts big enough to flip a sport overnight. While Engelbert gives press conferences about growth, investors overseas are building an actual product the best players will want to join. This isn't just another off-season showcase. It's a power grab, and it lands right when the WNBA looks the weakest. Star injured, fans frustrated, and management reactive. Agents are taking calls, players are listening, and the people with unlimited resources are ready to make the W look like the feeder league. Let's break down who's behind this, why it threatens the WNBA, how Caitlin's injury exposed the rot, and why Engelbert and Silver are suddenly sweating bullets. Project B, that's the name shaking up women's basketball. It's a Saudi-funded international league 2 years in the making, founded by heavyweight tech and venture names, planning to start with 6 teams, 11 players each, competing in 7 two-week tournaments across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. Imagine a global circuit with Olympic-level presentation every few weeks, but built only for elite women's basketball. They hired Elena Beard as chief basketball officer, a former WNBA star who actually understands player needs. They lined up big-name advisors from across sports. The vision is simple: first-class travel, premium facilities, and paychecks the WNBA cannot match. Timing is everything. The league runs in the WNBA offseason, so on paper players could do both. But let's be real. If you can earn 8 figures with VIP treatment and fewer headaches, why sprint back to a league that still debates basic travel and keeps its best player in the dark about timelines? Cathy Engelbert's best hope is denial, but this is bigger than expansion or press releases. It's about control. It's about who values the athletes. Project B looked at the WNBA and said, "If you won't treat stars like stars, we will." That's the nightmare Engelbert can't spin away. And with the W's credibility wobbling after the Clark injury saga, the door just opened wider for someone else to walk in and run women's basketball the way it should have been run years ago. We've seen this move. When Saudi capital enters a sport, everything changes. In golf, LIV didn't beg for respect, it bought it, then forced the PGA to pay up. In soccer, mega deals reset the ceiling on salaries and attention. MMA, boxing, motorsport, the pattern repeats. Build premium events, pay stars like stars, ignore short-term profit, and win the long game with prestige and scale. Now apply that to women's basketball. The WNBA still fights for decent broadcast windows. Meanwhile, Saudi organizers stage spectacles that look and feel like world championships every weekend. They don't nickel and dime on production. They don't wait 3 boards and 5 committees to approve a charter flight. They just do it. Cathy Engelbert talks sustainable future, while the future is literally wiring money and booking arenas overseas. She's building slides. They're building an ecosystem. They don't chase ad points. They chase ownership of the conversation. And when they decide to compete, they don't aim for second place. So when a Saudi-backed league offers $10 million to $50 million for a single season to a WNBA MVP, the question isn't if someone says yes. It's who goes first and how many follow. That's the level of leverage Engelbert and Silver handed away by moving slow, paying light, and hoping speeches could stand in for strategy. The truth is simple. The WNBA acts like money is the problem. The Saudis act like money is the solution. Let's stop dancing around it. Pay drives everything. The average WNBA salary sits around the low to mid six figures. The top end barely grazes what an NBA assistant might make. Yet these women sell out arenas, juice national ratings, and carry full marketing campaigns. The math does not respect the product. Cathy Engelbert says the league is growing. Great, then why aren't players seeing it in their checks? The W even raised outside money in 2022, but that didn't flip the day-to-day reality for stars asked to carry the whole show. When progress means new hashtags instead of new salaries, players notice. Now line that up against a global league offering private travel, elite facilities, and an order of magnitude more cash. 10 times the pay isn't a perk, it's a life decision. It pays mortgages, families, foundations, and future businesses. It buys health, time, and security. It says, you matter. The WNBA doesn't have a math problem. It has a leadership problem. If you truly believe in the value of your stars, you protect them, promote them, and pay them accordingly. When you don't, someone richer will. That's not betrayal. That's the market correcting a bad policy. The Saudis didn't expose the gap. They just showed how big it really is and how fast it can be closed when the people in charge decide the players are the product, not the expense. Right as Project B heats up, the WNBA walks into a CBA minefield. Players want a real revenue share, not fixed numbers that won't scale. They want modern travel, pro-level facilities, and a league office that acts, not reacts. Instead, the opt-out clock ticks, tension rises, and the message from the top is, we're confident. Confident in what? In losing the locker room? Then came the Clark timeline. Limited to 13 games, last appearing in mid-July. Then a cascade of setbacks left quad, right groin, ankle bone bruise, ending in a season shutdown and a fan base furious at how long clarity took. It confirmed the worst fear. The W talks a big game, then disappears when it must protect the star who keeps it alive. That's the stage Saudi organizers dream of, a rival league melting down in public. Players skeptical, fans angry, and the front office trying to keep the lights bright while the room gets emptier. This isn't a PR hiccup. It's a management failure, and it hands your competition a ready-made pitch. Come where you're safe, respected, and paid. If Engelbert can't get a deal done that players trust, what exactly is she preserving the brand or the budget? Because if the budget keeps winning, the brand will lose everything that made it matter. Basketball is global. The WNBA still acts local. Project B is built like a world tour. Paris 1 month, Singapore the next, Sao Paulo after that. 7 premium tournaments means 7 chances to reach new markets with the best women's players on earth, staged like main events, not time slot fillers. The WNBA chased awareness in a handful of US cities. Project B chases audiences across continents. That means different sponsors, bigger site fees, destination travel, and massive earned media. It also means stars become global names faster. Caitlin Clark in Paris, Aja Wilson in Singapore, Angel Reese in Dubai. That's not a poster. That's a growth plan. While Engelbert talks fan engagement, the other side buys it. They buy production quality, venue prestige, festival-level presentation, and the logistics that make pros feel like pros. That changes how the game looks and how the game feels to players, partners, and fans. 27 years in, the WNBA could have built this lane. It didn't. Now someone else will, with the money, the schedule, and the stage to make the product look like the talent deserves. Go truly global, and players don't just get paid more. They become bigger than the league they came from. That's the real risk to the W. Losing not just athletes, but the cultural ownership of the sport. Caitlin Clark's 2025 season is officially over, and it might be the moment that finally exposes how broken the WNBA really is. After battling a string of injuries, first the left quad, then the right groin, a bone bruise in her ankle, Clark was ruled out for the rest of the season. She announced it herself, thanking fans and admitting the disappointment was bigger than words. She wanted to finish strong, but the organization waited weeks to confirm what many suspected. She wasn't coming back. Fans feel betrayed. They packed arenas, kept ratings alive, and trusted the league to protect its biggest star. Instead, the silence from Indiana's front office and WNBA leadership only deepened the frustration. Even insiders said the team knew the situation earlier, but stayed quiet to keep viewers tuning in. Clark averaged 16.5 points, 8.8 assists, and 5 rebounds in just 13 games numbers that hinted at an all-time great rookie campaign before her body broke down under constant physical play. She took harder hits than any rookie should, and the officiating rarely stepped in. Now people are asking how many more players will get worn down before something changes. And if the league can't protect Caitlin Clark, its top draw and its biggest marketing engine, why should she ever return when another league is promising world-class care and $50 million? Adam Silver is involved now not from passion, from panic. The NBA owns a big stake in the WNBA, a Saudi super league that outproduces, outpays, and outprotects the women's game. Doesn't just embarrass the W, it embarrasses the entire NBA ecosystem. So we see global partnerships, logos on cups, friendly ties in Abu Dhabi, all meant to hedge against the very wave that's coming. But let's be real. If women's basketball truly mattered to the NBA, the W wouldn't still be bargaining for basics. You don't scramble for alliances after the money shows up on your doorstep. You build a platform before your stars look elsewhere. Silver's brand is progressive. The result is reactive. He's blocking doors, not opening new ones. Meanwhile, Engelbert's office is busy polishing speeches about momentum, while players ice knees and fans read injury updates like stock tickers. You can't ask athletes to carry a league on half resources and then be shocked when a fully resourced option knocks. The market is calling the bluff. It always does. The Saudis don't need to win an argument. They just need to wire the funds and keep the flights on time. If that happens, no amount of hand-holding pressers will keep stars from exploring what real support looks like. It isn't only the money, but the money is real. It's also respect. Pros want pro conditions, charter travel, sane schedules, top trainers, and a league that says, "We've got you," and means it. They want to feel valued, not marketed. They want transparency on injuries, not a mystery box of timelines. They want officials who police the line between tough and dirty, not shrug, while star players get chopped on drives. Project B offers a clean pitch. Fewer games, bigger checks, best-in-class care, and a world tour vibe that builds brands overnight. The W offers, "We're working on it." That's not a fight, that's a forfeit. Loyalty matters. But loyalty without reciprocity is a trap. When your prime is short, you protect it. When your body is your business, you invest where the environment invests back. That's how grown pros think, and they should. Cathy Engelbert can talk about vision. Players will follow infrastructure and income. Adam Silver can talk about support. Players will follow safety and scale. If those things live somewhere else, the decision becomes easy and fast. You can't call yourself a league of empowerment while asking your best talent to accept less than what their play and pull have earned. Empowerment is a budget line, not a buzzword. Clark's injury didn't just end a season, it ripped the curtain down on everything the WNBA has been hiding. Attendance dipped the moment she went down. National interest cooled overnight. The so-called golden year became another reminder that the league still can't protect its own stars or be honest with its fans. The Fever knew how serious her injury was, but the news trickled out weeks later, creating a wave of distrust that reached all the way to the commissioner's office. Across talk shows and podcasts, the question keeps coming up: was Caitlin Clark pushed too hard, too fast? Every game was marketed around her, every camera followed her. And yet, when the physical play crossed the line, leadership shrugged. The players' frustration, the media's silence, and the front office confusion combined into the perfect storm. Now Saudi investors are watching all of it unfold. They see a league where jealousy and mismanagement keep driving headlines. All they have to do is promise safer conditions, global exposure, and salaries worthy of a superstar. If they do, they won't just attract players, they'll attract the fans who've lost faith in the WNBA. The reality is simple. When the player who carried your league can't finish a season without breaking down, and the response from leadership is spin instead of accountability, your league is already collapsing. And Cathy Engelbert still thinks a new marketing slogan can fix it. This isn't about Saudi Arabia stealing. It's about the WNBA losing time, trust, and talent through choices it keeps making. For decades, players were told to sacrifice now so the league could thrive later. Later arrived. The checks didn't, the protection didn't, the transparency didn't. Then one summer, the most valuable rookie in league history got ground down, and the updates came late. That's not a blip. That's a diagnosis. Project B is a mirror. It shows what real investment looks like and how quickly the environment changes when you decide the athlete is the priority, not the pitch deck. If the W wants to keep its stars, it must act revenue share that scales, player-first operations, real medical standards, real travel, real accountability. Otherwise, the decision for the top tier becomes simple: safer, richer, bigger elsewhere. So, here's the final question the WNBA has to answer. Not with words, but with wiring. Are you willing to pay and protect like your athletes are the product? If yes, fix it now. If no, don't be shocked when the best of the best test a league that already behaves that way. Because when billionaires see opportunity and leadership offers excuses, the game doesn't pause. It relocates. If you were that star fresh off a brutal season, offered a clean bill of health, first-class support, and $50 million, what would you choose?